They call me James, I reduce them to stutters. All of you lying abusers get hunted. I come with truth and the proof you discover, and I'll give it to you, then you'll get to running like boom shakalaka. You 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 get to running like. I just ask questions and you cook yourself. I could refute you, but you don't need help. I set you up to say truth from your mouth. You get proof when you shout that your fruit is in doubt. If you're truly devout, why you lying so much? I don't hide in the cut, I be firing you up. You thinking you sharp, but I'm lining you up.
TikTok doesn't like it. You get restricted. You get banned for saying things like that. In a normal society, if I sat down at a table with a group of educated adults and I say to them, guys, do you know that it's okay to marry and, to strike your wife once you marry her? I promise you the adults at the table would be upset with me. It would be like, how dare you say something so silly at a normal conversation? And then if I said to them, oh, but that's in the Quran, you'll notice that because they're so afraid of offending these Muslims, they will be like, oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, that's, how these are. And they just keep quiet because they're afraid. So again, if I sat down at a table and I mentioned 434, striking your wife, people around me would look at me like I'm an absolute muppet. If I then was to say to them, but the Quran also teaches that you're allowed to do adultery. You're allowed to have, slaves that you can dingy with. People at the table would look at me going, man, what are you? You're like 1,000 to 5,000 years behind in time. What's wrong with you? Haven't you evolved? Haven't you, matured and become better? Why are you still stuck talking rubbish? So now we can see two things. No one at my table would sit with me and discuss 434 because they would think it's awful. And then I'm going to talk to them about having a right and possess. If we go and, for example, now, say if we saw, watch this. Let's take the Russia and Ukraine. Let's say, for example, that during this war, Russia goes and takes all these women captives and has them as their dingy, right? They dingy all these women. How many of us would be in uproar? I think everybody would, even the Muslims would, because again, it doesn't fit in. The Quran is so, desert doo-doo that it doesn't fit in with 2026. And it'll be like, nah, man, that's not going to work for me. So you can't take these women captives. And again, it's unbelievable that these people are defending this. So even if you went to, it doesn't matter where you go in the world. If you saw a man striking his wife, you'd be like, what? And a normal person would, step in and try to stop them. But again, notice, these guys are defending that you can have slaves. They're defending that you can strike your wife. And then they're 65-4. So when it comes to 65-4, they are still defending. Why? Because if they go against it, they're going against Allah and Muhammad. And if they go against Allah and Muhammad, then they're outside of Islam. And if they're outside of Islam, they're no more Muslim, then they're the part of the hypocrites, and they're like us, and we'll go straight to hell, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Again, I wouldn't be able to have a conversation at my table to defend 434, to defend 424, or to defend 65-4 talking about penetrating children. I wouldn't be able to defend that. In fact, that would be a taboo subject at a dinner table with adults using common sense.
They call me James, I reduce them to stutters. All of you lying abusers get hunted. I come with truth and the proof you discover, and I'll give it to you, then you'll get to running like boom shakalaka. You 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 get to running like. I just ask questions and you cook yourself. I could refute you, but you don't need help. I set you up to say truth from your mouth. You get proof when you shout that your fruit is in doubt. If you're truly devout, why you lying so much? I don't hide in the cut, I be firing you up. You thinking you sharp, but I'm lining you up. Bro, you won't scare me, stop trying to be tough. Y'all never focus, redemption seems hopeless. That energy soulless, and everyone knows this. We level these copers, cause heaven has soldiers that never give over to mental controllers. We over your head cause you don't know the spirit. Y'all go to Mecca to hope for forgiveness. How you atone by a stone when you kiss it? Next verse is worse, bro, you don't wanna miss it. They call me James, I reduce them to studies. All of you lying abusers get hunted. I come with truth and the proof you discover, and I give it to you, then you get to run it like boom shakalaka. You get to run it like boom shakalaka. shakalaka. You get to running like boom shakalaka. You get to running like boom shakalaka. You get to running like. You wanna cry and then bring out the Arabic. I'ma turn arrogance into embarrassment. I'm having access to all of your scholars and internet translates the Arabic for us. Then get this more cause there's Christians that's Arab that give us the language like Sil for example. Nowhere to hide your own lyrics will spank you. Then I'ma hit you from biblical angles. The fact that you think that us Christians are weak is exactly the reason you give us this beef. Attack all you want but you getting this cheek and I won't match your energy. God lives in me. River to sea we gon' free Palestine because they finna see when we tell them you're lying. Us Christians gon' pull them up out of the fire. When they ask who did it just tell them the lion. Judah. They call me James, I reduce them to stutters. All of you lying abusers get hunted. I come with truth and the proof you'll discover, and I give it to you, then you get to running like boom shakalaka. 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 You get to running like. We wanna end this cause we know you're finished. Islam been cooked ever since the beginning. Torture and slavery, no we make forbidden. Forced into hatred, a satanic system. Your wisdom is tainted or you say corrupt. And when you get stuck, get to making it up. It's amazing you trust in a book of carnality. Brazenly coming up, pushing your fallacies. How could we ever come to an agreement? You bringing fables, I'm coming with reason. Your God ain't loved and he must be a demon. See, your God ain't loving because he ain't Jesus. Keep it 100, no need to explode. Humble yourself so that peace can unfold. We can fight demons that's deep in your soul, and we tryna lead you to freedom to grow. They call me James, I reduce them to stutters. All of you lying abusers get hunted. I come with truth and the proof you discover, and I give it to you, then you get to running like boom shakalaka. 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 You get to running like. You wanna cry and then bring out the Arabic. I'ma turn arrogance into embarrassment. I'm having access to all of your scholars and internet translates the Arabic for us. Boom shakalaka. You get to running like boom shakalaka. You get to running like boom shakalaka. You get to running like boom shakalaka.